It's on 40 in my right car. Bitches change, yeah, I like I ain't all this. Get it money, nigga, that my main focus.
They simply call this one a summer OGT for those schools who are crediting the number of hours spent in the US for their training here in the Philippines. Especially just like USM and other MSU, some of our partner schools are actually crediting this one for their OGT. So they have to choose, or even GIB. It's either international or local OGT. And also, it's only for those who are currently enrolled, okay? So yeah. Summer job experience where you have the opportunity to work temporarily in the US and travel around our partner schools. We have this profession matching where if you are a business student, we will place you in business-related positions. If you are HRM or hospitality, it could be hotel, restaurants. If you're a tourism student, fair parks, or it could be in the front office. So ito yung mga past participants natin. From UM to. UM Tagum. Okay, some of their, we have their gift shops for business. Mga business students, gift shops. But there are also those business students placed in theme parks because they need to sell merchandises. Or F&B associates. Yan. Okay, so what are the benefits of the work and travel program? It's not just to have this opportunity to be in the US, but really it should be bigger than that. Okay, so it's to gain international work experience. It's because it's always the dream of the parents or most of the graduates. But the time that they went out from the school, right away they will be employed. Okay, so but most of the hotels, especially in hotels, they really don't hire students who don't have any experience. So that is why for you to beef up your resume, you need to have at least a very good job or solid experience, and that is through work and travel program. So most of our interns, they have hired. So I think it's high time na if you want to really be independent, be placed alone. Because you'll have naman the chance to meet other people. So mas magbuti kung iba naman yung mga mukha na makikita nyo araw-araw. So you have to be open also for these different opportunities. 100% adulting and taste of independence. Yun. If you are used to na here in the Philippines, it also applies to internship applicants na if you are used to having, being babied, mayroon kayong yaya, may tagapagluto. In the US, for you to really save money, so you have to learn how to cook. And if you don't want to go to laundry shops because, it's expensive, you have to learn to do your own laundry. Meron namang mga, may mga machines naman dun. So, also, if you really want to, after the end of the program, yun yung requirement natin. Okay? So, there are legal impediments if ever you will not come back. So, meron tayo niyan. That's why we have the contracts. Okay. Mayroon bang show money sa work and travel? Wala. For internship, depende sa program. Okay? Pero sa work and travel, as long as meron ka lang 3 financial documents, walang problema. Ano yung mga financial documents? Land title. ITR. ORCR. Bank certificate. Okay. This, tatlo lang yung ni-require namin, but this must be unique. So meaning, pag mag-land title, sa isang lupa, then mayroon kang another one, kahit different sources siya, pero lang title pa rin. So, hindi siya pwede. So, 3 unique financial documents. Okay? So, ito yung mga, some of our participants in the past. And then there was even a study in one of the universities in Luzon na what participants, 96 something, are employed after they graduate. So iba talaga yung impact ng work and travel. It's not just professional, but most importantly is yung personal growth nyo. It's because once you survive kasi in US, parang it's an American dream, di ba? For everyone. I wish to go to US kahit wala, can't afford. But it's a dream. So, if it will be realized for a few, kasi hindi naman talaga US for everyone. May iba na bumalik talaga sila kasi hindi sila nakasurvive. So, that's why you really have to be ready. America is for those who can survive. Yung matitigas, hindi matitigas ang ulo, pero, push talaga. Okay, strong will. So, we have culinary management students who are there, and like I mentioned, profession matching. If you wish to push for, culinary, then we can place you in kitchen works. Then travel management, more or less. We have theme parks naman, and front office positions. And then, there, you can go, if you want to experience the program independently, you can go alone and meet new friends, or you can still go with a group because it's your first time to go abroad and you wish to see someone who are familiar. So, depende din yun sa mga preferences nyo. So, ito yung application time. Yung season for the US Work and Travel Program, it's year 2020. So, nag-close na po yung season. Kasi depende kasi yan sa mga companies kung kailan sila kailan yung start date na ibibigay sa inyo. Okay, so the fees reflected. Okay, I'll give you back to Nikki for the fees. Obviously, tapos na po ang 2020. Ito na yun, aalis na sila. So the fees reflected here are just for 2020. Next year, our fees will be different. Our fees always increase. I'm gonna be honest. Why? Every year, nagmamahal po pumunta ng Amerika, so it's just the reality. Now, I'm going to show this to you just for reference. So you understand paano po magbayad, ano yung mga binabayaran, ano yung inclusions, and para lang may idea kayo. So all throughout, may disclaimer yan, okay? Now, the fees are, this is a basic program. The basic program means you don't have to get your airfare with us. You're free to purchase your airfare anywhere. Bahala kayo kung gusto nyo 30 hours yung flight nyo o 50 hours. Basta ipa-approve nyo sa amin yung flight itinerary. Meaning, dapat align tayo kung saan kayo maglaland at saan kayo aalis, anong oras, anong date, at kailan. The fee is 119,000, but that's not inclusive of your visa, that's not inclusive of your airfare. We don't have dollar payment because apparently it's very hard to buy dollars for majority of our work and travel participants. And this is the lowest we've ever gone for most of our programs. Again, this is not the fees for 2021. That's the basic fee for now. How does it work? Everything is an installment. First, you settle your application fee. Your application fee is absolutely non-refundable. Okay? Huwag po sana tayo mag-message na nagbayad kayo today, tapos sabihin natin 3 months later, ma'am, pwede ko ba i-refund yung 4,750? Hindi po siya refundable. Nagtrabaho na po kami. Even before you arrive, we've been working for this orientation already. Now, the idea here is every step of the way, you make a payment. Why? Because that's how it's safer for everybody involved. Is it possible to do lump sum? Yes. We've had students who made their payment in cash. Baksakan. Okay, sige. I guess money is not a problem. So, but the idea here is every progress may bayad. So, started for 750. Now, before we start talking, like before we set you up with an interview, you have to settle another payment, which is 30,000. That's before we start introducing you to Americans and you have your interviews. Now, after that, if you get successfully hired, which is usually for work and travel, sobrang bilis po kasi niya. You'll be due 60,000 7 days after, or usually this timeline. And then your last payment will be due before you do your visa. Now, ma'am, bakit kailangan before mag-visa yung payment? Dahil, if you do your visa, ma-approve kayo, there's nothing stopping you from just leaving and never paying us the balance. So the idea here is please complete your payments, and then if it's not a positive visa outcome, we can refund you. But if it's positive, edi, ay na kayo, mag-book na kayo ng ticket with our approval. Clear po ba? Clear. Okay. Application timeline. Di ba yung kanina may timeline? How does it all look like? So, ayan po siya. Picturean nyo na, pinicture na yung kanina. Ayan po yung payment scheme. Mas madali. Kung mas visual kayong tao, a photo of this. So, every step of the day. Again, 119, may iba pang exclusions doon. And I'll show it to you now. Ito yung hindi kasama. Like I mentioned, we have contracts. Alam po yun ng mga current participants namin. Other agencies, they require you to pay, magkano ba? Like 50,000, 100,000. Be very mindful when it comes to our Mindanao participants. Kasi alam ko you have to fly for your visa, tapos babalik kayo dito, tapos ma-fly na naman kayo for CFO. So our team has had that handled. We try to really save you as much money as possible. We always have your best interest in mind. Please think about that. Airfare, round trip in the States is about $1,500. Usually yan yung average. Sometimes you can get $850. Sometimes may 1.8. It really depends. But the airfare is up to you. Now, if you want us to purchase your airfare, not a problem. Just let us know. We'll give you a quotation. Okay lang din naman po yun. Clear po ba? Okay? May airfare, kayo bahala. Pero kung kasi usually may mga students kami, ma'am, yung mommy ko, flight attendant, libre na yung ticket ko. Okay, good. Hindi mo kailangan bumili ng ticket. More savings for you. Or may mga miles sila, mabuhay miles na napakarami, pwedeng gamitin. Please, if that's how you're going to save on this program, go ahead. We support you. Now, pocket money. Minimum po $800. Pwede po ba ako magdala ng $2,000? Sure, why not? Pero mo naman yan. That's up to you. Okay? These were the packages that we presented, 119. And if you want us to take care of your ticket, your Manila USA Manila ticket, it's $195. Also included there is one MRV, yung first try nyo na visa. Tapos kasama na rin yung service, tsaka yung bank transfer. Yung service is the Student Exchange Visitor Information System Registration. It's this malaking registration system in the United States that tracks all of us na J1 participants. Kailangan talagang bayaran. Yun po ang work and travel. Most questions that we get here are, ma'am, meron ba kaming discounts? Yes, may discounts kami. And while we can't give you our 2021 fees yet, what we can do is as soon as meron na siya, i-email namin kayong lahat. At usually, we find that out around August or July. And the first moment we get it, we always offer early bird. So early bird promo namin usually lasts just 2 weeks. So if you're able to avail of that, and you will be the first to avail of it, makakasave kayo kahit paano. And there's very big discounts naman. Any questions so far? Wala po kaming fees na mabibigay 2021. But we'll just send it to you as soon as possible. Nabigay niyo po ba yung emails niyo sa harap? Sana po hindi mag-bounce yung mga emails niyo. Okay, other questions usually for work and travel are, ma'am, pwede po ba kami magkakasama sa isang company? For work and travel, kaya. For internship USA, mahirap. Okay, kwento ko yun later. How can we do it for work and travel? Apply as a group and make sure your program, your requirements are complete all at the same time, because once you have the hiring events, madami yan, and it's gonna be a lot, pwede namin isabay-sabay ipa-interview. Now, at the end of the day, no guarantees for interviews. It's still up to you to do the interview, right? So if the interviewer is not happy, we can't really make them hire you kasi sila yung nag-hire. So be open-minded. We have had situations, 5 sila magkakabarkada, 4 lang yung na-hire, yung isa hindi na-hire. So paano yun? Well, we advise them, first love yourself, and then please prioritize your own career. okay lang ang friendship. Friendship will always be there no matter what. Na-place din naman yung isa, pero iba-ibang state sila. So, that's just part of the risk. Yun lang. Ano pa ibang questions for work and travel? Pwede po ba akong mag-stay? Kunyari, ma-base kayo sa California, tapos may kamag-anak ka sa California. Pwede ka ba mag-stay sa kamag-anak mo sa California? It's not possible. The point of the program is to let you experience independence, let you experience budgeting on your own, and at the same time, it would be against regulation because ideally, where you're gonna stay is where your employer knows to find you. So, kunyari daw, sa San Francisco kayo nakatara, pero ang job nyo ay somewhere else like Palo Alto, masyadong complicated siya. You're there for your cultural exchange program, not to vacation. Ano pa ibang questions? If you get denied the visa, what are your options? You can try again, or we can refund you. That's it. Try lang and try. We don't offer 100% refund. We'll be honest, we don't. Why? Kasi ang dami na pong trabaho na punta sa application nyo. Just coaching you, and the fees. It's really because of the fees. The fees that are being charged to us by the sponsors get higher and higher every year. And if we were to do 100% refund, hindi po ganyan, like imposible maging ganyan na babayaran nyo. So that's just the risk of it. The good news is for work and travel, later. Any United States that's aligned with your course. We don't have other openings aside from hospitality, culinary courses, or internship options for you. But the good news is, this is very hardworking because it's really professionally enhancing. You will have a training plan, and the training plan is where you, para siyang curriculum of what you'll be doing in the States. And the idea here is, you'll get to equip yourself with a different kind of training experience not available in the Philippines. So, kung kilala niyo po ito,
Miss Ingrid.
kilala niya yan? Pangalan niya?
Miss Ingrid.
Ingrid! Faldon, yeah. So, suki din namin yan. Nag-work and travel yan. Nag-internship USA din siya. So, ngayon, sa amin na siya nagtatrabaho. Masaya naman siya. So, it's a J1 exchange program. Like I mentioned, ibang klaseng visa to. It's not a tourist visa. Let me please clarify one thing. Ma'am, ano po ba yung internship USA? Ano po yung traineeship USA? Ano po ba? Same ba yan? Magkaiba ba yan? Magkaiba po siya, pero pareho pa rin siya. How does that work? It's essentially the same program, but the difference is your eligibility, your qualification. If you apply within 1 year of your graduation, you are considered an intern. Okay? Intern ka ba eh. You're gaining new experiences, fresh grad ka. But if you apply more than 1 year after your graduation, traineeship ka na, and you will need 1 year of related working experience. Ma'am, nag-call center ako for 1 year. Pwede po ba yon? No. It has to be in hospitality. So it has to be hotel, restaurant, ano ba iba? Travel agency pa nga, pwede kahit pa paano, but not all the time. The best is the one. Okay? Some participants, it takes them 1 interview, they're hired. You're hired. Most of the time, it takes 2 to 3 interviews. And that's normal. Now, what do you mean? Ano bang interview yan, ma'am? We're talking about the employers, the people who will get you. Ilang interview ka? Isa lang. Huwag ko na magaling. So, 1-time interview. So, ganun nangyayari. Now, normal yung 2, okay pa yung 3, but promise, umabot na po kami sa ibang participants, 7 interviews, 8 interviews, 10. But thank God for visa interview na yung 10. No? Okay? Estudyante mo yun, di ba? Oo. Yun. Kilala namin yan. Kasi favorite namin sila kasi nga gusto namin sila makalipad. Now, usually though, kapag hindi na-hire agad, nagkakaroon ng lapse of eligibility. Siyempre, honestly, it doesn't take us 1 day to find you an opening. It takes us weeks, it takes us days. It's hard, and it's very, very competitive. Today, available siya. Tomorrow, taken na. So, sometimes your eligibility lapses. What does that mean? Nag-graduate ka ng Feb 1, 2019. So, technically, ngayon, nag-lapse na yung eligibility mo. But you still want to push through. What we'll do is we'll transition you to traineeship. And by that time though, kailangan mo na ng 1 year of experience, and the fees will be different. I'll share with that to you later. So, that's the eligibility clause of internship. So, anong solusyon dyan, ma'am? Mag-apply kayo ng maaga, yun ang solusyon. At galingan nyo sa interview para hindi umabot ng 10 times or 7. Kahit 2 lang, masaya na tayo. So, we have hosts across the USA. Saan ka? Ito, sa MI. Yan siya. So, yan po nga yun. Yan, na nowhere, Illinois. So, we do have a lot of internship positions. We just request you, please be open-minded. Why? May mga dreams po tayo lahat na kung mag-Amerika ka sa New York ka magtatrabaho. Yes. All of us, yes. Alam niyo ba na napakamahal ng cost of living doon? But the idea here is, please be open-minded because if walang opening doon and pagpipilitan natin yun, hindi na kayo makakalipat ever. At maiipit na maiipit yung application nyo. So please be open-minded. Most of our positions are front desk attendant, food and bev, and culinary. Yung housekeeping supervisor, it's a traineeship only position because kailangan may management experience ka na ng isang housekeeping department dito sa Pilipinas. So by that time, boss ka na actually. So you can still do this though. Flexibility is being open to new hosts. Ma'am, gusto ko lang talaga Marriott. Marriott. Ano ba ibang mga Sheraton? Hilton. JW. WT. Okay, very beautiful branded hotels. But there are also other hotels, resorts, properties in America that you don't know of here in the Philippines, but are even better. Like the Broadmoor, Aramark. Saan yung placement yun dapat? Marriott din. So, Marriott sila. But iba-iba talaga siya. My favorite host is the Broadmoor, and it's in Colorado. So, be open to new locations. Ang Amerika, hindi lang po New York, California, Texas, Florida. Meron pang Michigan, meron pang Maine, meron pang Portland, merong Oregon. Be open to various roles. If we tell you, I think you qualify better for food and bev, makinig po tayo sa mga specialist at advisor natin para mas mabilis ang buhay natin. Being open with dates. Yes, as much as possible, we want to get you to leave as soon as possible. But if we can't promise you this date, as long as it's within your eligibility, be open to it. Independence. We know your parents are very involved in your lives, especially for this. We like to talk to our students first and foremost before we talk to your parents. Kasi adults naman kayo. And being open to feedback. If you don't get approved or if you don't get hired by your first interview, we usually tell you what's wrong. Like maybe you should have increased your energy. Mag-smile ka more. Bakit ka ba kasi nakasimangot? Bakit kasi merong mga tumatahol sa background ng interview mo? Nangyayari po yun. But please listen to us and we don't mean it in any bad way. We just want you to be successful. So makinig sa feedback. At kung mahirapan, nahiya kayo mag-practice ng interview, nahirapan kayo with English, whatever, let our specialists and advisors know we have done practice interviews so many times for our participants. It's part of our service. Yun po. The process takes a minimum of 3 to 7 months, depending on you. Now, the placement itself, it takes a long time. We wait, we look for openings, and it's not even just about offering you a job. It's having you find a job that will hire you. So that's the challenge there. This is open to mostly 18 to 29 years old Filipino citizen, and these are the qualifications. Yun po. Ang course nyo, dapat hospital contracts nyo. Never kami nag-reach out to say, hey, here's an interview. Would you like to do it? Kumbaga, parang kinuha lang namin pero sa hindi namin pipinansin. We will give you a full refund of your first payment. But I can guarantee you this, as soon as magbayad kayo, kukulitin kayo ng mga advices. Nasaan na yung contracts mo? Nasaan na yung resume mo? Girl, hindi uusad buhay mo hanggang hindi mo sinasubmit niyan. Kukulitin nila kayo, maiinis kayo sa kanila. So, the idea there is, we just want to make your application moving. Kasi nga, may deadline kayo na 1 year. So, the application timeline looks like that. Usually, month 10, nakalipad na kayo. Hopefully, before you graduate or before mag-lapse yung eligibility.
Okay, fees. The fees for internship USA is $4,650, roughly 250,000 pesos. Ganun, no? So, bakit po ang mahal? First off, for 1 full year yon sa States. Next, the insurance is very comprehensive for 1 year.
So, how much will that look? Ano yung itsura niya? Ganyan yung itsura niya.
So today, let's say you pass the screening, solve. You don't pay anything yet. But if you decide to do the program, then you have to start paying